my tip is to get to a job is to volunteer or do an internship. So volunteer is the one of the quickest and easiest way to build up experience. It gives an experience like if you're volunteering any of the for a good cause or for any of the natural disaster or any other stuff. So it gives an like an you're an extrovert coming to help to the other people. You might not get any return in any of the monetary benefits, but you will be getting an experience of people management, how to interact with the different people, with the different interpersonality skills people. So volunteering is one of the good thing. And also like we have around 15 plus years of experience. We do our volunteering work every year. So I think we need to spend one day of our working hours and volunteering in a quarter. So yearly, almost 4 days, we do our voluntary work. Company pays for us for the day salary, but still we go and do our volunteering work. So all the employees and almost like 70 to 80% of the companies, they allow their employees to do this volunteering work. And another option is to do an internship, so where you will get an exposed to the real industry projects. So again, I agree. It will be in small duration. You might be doing internship for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months. Depends on the nature of the project you get. But again, at least something is better than nothing. So you'll get some good experience on industry-related projects. So kindly do all those, look for those opportunities, and when you go for any of the career website, you can search as a student or internship opportunities on the career website, because those are the one related for this college hires. So in some of the big companies, if you go on the career website, they will be having a filters like, okay, you can select a full-time role or a student or internship roles. So you can apply for those. And also like I think some of the industries in I think even globally all over the world, each manufacturing industry, they need to take minimum number of interns every year. There is a government rule, I guess. I don't know what is the exact number, but there is some guidelines from the Ministry of Labor. So they need to have minimum number of people as interns each year. And next, try to be focused on extracurricular activities. So as an undergraduate, employees understand that you will be lacking some experience. So if you have some extracurricular activities, that gives you an better than other candidates. So if you have any of those extracurricular activity skill set, try to improve on those. Don't lose focus on those stuff. Then you might get a questions like, what was your identifier accomplishments? Okay, since we have got experience, we could speak of our past experience, but you are a fresher, so you will not be having that experience. But you can utilize your university projects, will speak about your accomplishments. So what are the achievements you've done on your project? You can list down those achievements, and you can speak about that. And any of the publications if you have made, or any of the conferences you attended, you can speak on those. And if you know any of the extra additional languages like any of the German, Japanese, or Chinese, any other languages, you can talk about those as an achievements during the interview process. And then structure the resume, and always don't have any generic resume for any of the job roles. Suppose if there is an if you are applying for an system engineer role, so you cannot have your operations engineer role experience skills, highlighting those skill sets on those resumes. So basically, whenever if you are applying for any of the work, kindly relate your academic work related to the job description. Already you might have studied all those things, either if there is any for applying for any operations job. Then you have done I think you might have studied about operational research subject in engineering. So you can relate some of those skill sets from the war subject onto your resume. Prepare well for interview on both on technical and non-technical skills. Both are important. If you are good at technical and if you are not good at non-technical skills, then you might not get a good ratings from the interview. So you need to be focusing on both technical and non-technical skills. And one of the other important thing is research on the companies which you are applying and understand their products and the latest services or any of these new products they have launched. This is very much important. 100% sure these questions will be there during the interview. Like you need to, suppose if you're applying if you're going for interview for an like Bosch or Eaton or any of these companies, kindly first understand the job description for what position they are calling. Based on that, suppose if you go for an Eaton, they might be having a fluid lines, hydraulic lines. So then at least try to read basics of hydraulics subjects, whatever done in the engineering, so that you could answer some of those questions. You might not be able to answer all the 100% questions. It's good to answer all the 100% questions, but at least out of 10 questions, if you answer 8 questions, then you should be in a good shape. And researching on the companies is an good thing. So then again, interviewer feels, okay, all this guy knows about our product, it's good to hire him. Or you might get a good ratings and compare with other interviewers. And again, networking. Again, it's a good opportunity. Suppose if you go for any of the publications or conferences, try to interact with other industry professionals. So keep in touch with them. Research, like go through their profile, what they have done in the past, so what are their experiences, then how can you align your interest and your experience to their experience and be successful like them.